Our two ICM champions, Emma and Wolfgang, are leading another meeting of the Regional Stakeholder Coalition. This group meets monthly, working towards their shared goal of more integrated and effective management for a critical congested corridor. Let's check in with the group, as their discussion turns to clarifying what exactly an ICM approach entails.
Welcome back, everyone. During our last meeting, we talked about how ICM works and how to mainstream ICM here in our region. Yes, it was a very helpful overview. I'm trying to find my notes, but I think I need a refresher course.
I agree. Can we go into more detail on the ICM concept? What exactly does an ICM approach mean? I mean, isn't ICM just a detour for when bigger incidents happen? Not exactly. Let's go over the defining characteristics of ICM in various dimensions and come to a consensus on what is and what is not ICM.
Great. It's important to build this fundamental understanding before we move on and discuss strategies for implementing ICM.
It's important to understand that ICM works behind, but does not replace, day-to-day traffic operations. ICM doesn't trigger until the algorithm determines a severe, atypical event that requires a holistic response.
In other words, agencies having an ICM mindset work collaboratively to integrate their systems for the benefit of people that are traveling in and through the corridor.
Okay. But I still don't understand the difference between ICM and our current day-to-day traffic management practices.
It's a good question. ICM is neither day-to-day traffic management nor straightforward incident response, such as detours. There will always be daily incidents that require response or recurring congestion that occurs. When ICM is required, due to a near shutdown event or problem on the mainline highway, it enlists the cooperation of all manner of complementary agencies to facilitate a response. This is very different from, say, a localized detour of a few exits to get around a fender bender.
Right. It is important to differentiate that this is not traditional detouring. ICM is proactive engagement involving Raj with transit, Sylvia with the Komodo Tunnel, Diego with traffic signals, Ronan with analytics, Cassandra with parking, and our communications team with 511 information to the media about how folks can avoid the ground zero incident and adjust their commutes by other modes or routes that have been concurrently enabled to handle their respective surges.
Can we go through some examples of what is and what is not considered ICM? I mean, our freeway already contains pricing to manage capacity in the hot lanes and ramp metering on the main line. It also has a gazillion traffic sensors as well as a part-time shoulder lane that opens up in the evening to help ease congestion. Aren't these considered ICM?
Those are all good and great examples of what's known as active traffic management strategies that work mostly only on the facility. However, even those enhancements are of little help when the freeway is shut down by a major incident. During those types of events, all manner of regional assets must combine to share the burden, and ICM acts like the one brain to manage all of them.
I think it would be helpful to review some of the key defining characteristics of ICM. First, instead of a unimodal network where freeways, arterials, and transit simply coexist, ICM is defined by a multimodal network, encompassing the main transportation options, with our travel corridor.
Within this multimodal network, rather than separate systems, such as freeway management or incident management, or separate strategies, such as ramp metering and hot lanes, ICM takes an integrated system of systems approach across all participatory modes and jurisdictions. ICM is strongest when there are more stakeholders willing to cooperate.
The focus should be on moving travelers through the corridor, not just vehicles. The advantage of ICM is not simply to identify a detour route, but to empower all travelers to benefit from the management strategies and take advantage of all modes in a corridor.
I think I get it. For example, traffic signals would be changed to favor the rerouted traffic. Other restrictions, or rules might be relaxed for the duration of the event. Bus bridges, or similar transit changes, would encourage or enable alternate trips. And the media, and variable message signs would keep folks informed. All of this, together, combines to mute the impact of the severe event over its duration.
Exactly.
Instead of individual jurisdictions, ICM is enabled by strong multi-jurisdictional partnerships and interagency cooperation and coordination that set the foundation for a regional corridor management mindset.
Instead of reactive, ad hoc responses to congestion events, like singular detours, ICM is proactive management of a corridor.
Thank you, Emma and Wolfgang. I think now that each of us has a baseline understanding of the concept, and examples of what is, and is not ICM, we can get buy-in from our respective agencies.
I agree, we simply cannot afford to work in isolation anymore, when it comes to transportation operations.
You just heard Emma, Wolfgang, and the Stakeholder Coalition discussing defining characteristics of ICM, differentiating it from traditional traffic management. See you in the next segment.